Lunchly claims that their product is better than Lunchables, healthier for children, and perfectly safe for human consumption, but the internet is livid.
This is molded. This is not safe.
Are you serious? Yo, I'm gonna sue!
I'm heading to the US to shop the 5 biggest influencer brands, and I'm going into full internet marketer mode to find out how to make them even more money. Starting with Lunchly, a brand built by the 3 biggest YouTubers on the planet.
Literally the biggest in-person sales funnel of all time. Made in Vietnam. But it's good American. This would cost maybe $1 to make. $99. Does he look like a man that you want to buy deodorant from? I don't think so. I'm Sabri Subi, an investor on Shark Tank, the internet's daddy, and I've generated over $7.8 billion in sales from my clients. This is Mr. Beast, this is Logan Paul, and this is KSI, and are collectively worth billions. So how could they be responsible by what some are calling the biggest fail in consumer product launch history?
It's disgusting.
Absolute trash. I feel like we can even get this in the McLaren. Can't even f***ing open this trash. You ready for the big unbox? I feel like it's just gonna explode all over me. Look at this shit. It's obvious how this business concept came together. They were probably sitting in a room with some suits that sat them down, showed them a Venn diagram of their audiences, what other product categories that they could launch into that would service that audience. And they would have seen that Lunchables does over $1.8 billion per year. Very well fitting into their target demographic of kids, and they thought, hey, we could just go and launch this. We could make it a little bit healthier, which I'm gonna touch on in a moment, and we could go out there and go billy hunting. Because collectively, these guys have 4.5% of the population of planet Earth subscribed to them. And based on me trialing this product, that's where this whole party wraps up. That's where it stops. Oh man, that does not look appetizing. That looks like glue. It's like my cheese drippy, bruh. Oh man, that's absolute nasty. Ain't nobody gonna be repeat ordering this stuff. It is absolute garbage. It is not fit for human consumption, if you ask me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna be optimizing this business to genuinely be more healthier. Just like RX bars have all the ingredients of what's in the bar on the packaging, we're gonna do the same thing for Lunchly. And we're gonna refine it down to something that is actually healthy for children. We're gonna break it down to minimal organic ingredients. We're gonna fix the packaging and not trying to make it exactly what you see on Lunchables, but we're gonna put all the ingredients on there. So when a parent is standing in the supermarket aisles and they're looking at these things side by side, they will just be like, that one is clearly a lot healthier for you. And what we can do in addition to that is we can build the D2C channel directly, because this is a subscription business. We're gonna sell it in bulk, and we're gonna build that reoccurring subscription business on the back end. There's more control, there's more profit, and we actually own that interaction with the customer. All right, so now we're gonna go full-blown internet marketer mode and funnel hack these guys and show you how we are gonna make them millions. Assuming that we can get 0.5% of their audience to actually buy a Lunchly. At $4 a pop, that's gonna generate $7.4 million in sales. However, this is a consumable product. So we're gonna fix this product from not being absolute, complete and utter trash to actually something that people do want to incorporate into their lunch schedule. We're going to be super conservative and say that we can get them to purchase just once per week. We're going to change this business from just doing one-time sales of 7.4 million to a reoccurring subscription behemoth. And these guys are going to print $384 million. In other words, they could go out and they could buy a private island each. They could also buy a professional sports team or 44 Bugattis each.
Pretty impressive numbers for a mediocre product, but just wait until you see the numbers we can generate for Jake Paul.
The entire business landscape is shifting. In the last century, all the profits were made by faceless corporations. And in the next century, I think that influencer-led brands are the ones that are going to be doing the printing. These brands are everywhere. And the more that I saw them, the more that I wondered, how much money do they make? How much traffic do they get? And what are the tactics that they use to convert that traffic?
These questions led me straight to the next influencer brand, Alpha Brain.
Joe Rogan is the #1 podcaster in the world, which makes him the most listened to man on planet Earth.
Crazy 800-pound silverback bursting through the trees. It's right in your face. He's got fangs and only eats vegetables. That's correct, sir.
And his supplement company, Alpha Brain, does over $100 million in revenue per year.
And I'll be trialing it over the next 7 days to see if it gives me a giga brain. I've got a bunch of work to crunch out. Let's lock in. Let's see how we go.
The way that I saw this was by Joe Rogan promoting it.
The top of the food chain, Alpha Brain, the strongest one, gives you like a little extra juice mentally.
But I arrive on this website and so far, I don't see any Joe Rogan. So they got the auto ship and save, 35% off the first order. I likey what I see here. Auto ship every 3 months, every 2 months, and every 1 month. Only 3.6 average reviews. Not a huge sign of confidence. There, the first time we see Mr. Rogan is halfway through down the page. Then we go into ingredients, facts and use, and then straight on into the reviews. Based on that, these guys are gonna maximum have a conversion rate of 0.5 to 1%. And I am being generous with that, right? Depending on the traffic source. Naturally, if someone's listening to the Joe Rogan Experience, they hear it, they click it, they're gonna convert higher. But to cold traffic, there ain't no way they're converting higher than that. That's where the game is. The game is scaling on cold traffic. And the thing that these guys have that they're not leveraging is the monstrous brand of Joe Rogan. All right, so they got 110 ads in their ads library. Nothing of Joe Rogan yet. Still nothing of Joe Rogan. Still nothing. What is this?
2,000 years later.
Finally, here we go.
Alpha Brain is up to 30% off during the Onnit semi-annual sale.
Everything that we have is things that I use and things that I can wholeheartedly recommend. We just had this idea to create this cognitive enhancing formula that became Alpha Brain, which
All
is
right, here
total
we go.
human optimization.
Perfect. That's exactly what I wanted to see all along. However, it starts off in a format that you're not used to seeing Rogan in. Like, he's in full promotion mode and like a green screen in the background. The thing that works in today's day and age is authentic and organic VSLs and things that don't look like ads. What I would do is I would start that ad off in the same way that it got halfway through, where it goes into more podcaster mode and it's more genuine. The reality of it is that this stuff ain't cheap. A bottle of this stuff is gonna cost you $159.90. Because it's at that price point, you need to do a lot more than just have a 30-second ad. So if we sit down Rogan, we give him an absolute banger script. We do it in his podcast studio, right? So it seems even more native. Actually talk to me about the benefits. Talk to me about waking up with brain fog, feeling like sitting at the computer and working for hours and never getting anything done. And we have something that goes for 20 to around 30 minutes. Yes, that's right. It's $160. We need to get them sold on this stuff. If we do that at an absolute bare minimum, I could not be any more conservative. We're gonna give them a 30% bump in conversion rate. And look, the reason that I absolutely love this business, it has such a strong crossover with Joe's audience. And that's my biggest gripe with influencer businesses, is that most people, they just do it for a cash grab. And there isn't a strong crossover with what is actually inherently interested in them, what they can provide value with, and what their audience wants, and what makes them money. But they've just missed the boat with really using Joe and that whole story and the affinity that his audience has with him to really sell this stuff. But hey, Joe didn't do too bad for himself. These guys went on to sell for $100 million. By making all of these changes, we are going to increase his conversion rate by a bare minimum of 30%. We're also going to be increasing his average order value from $110, which we're assuming, good old internet marketing math here, and we're going to be bumping that up to $130. This would make him somewhere in the range of $50 million per year. That would buy Joe his own MMA promotion, or allow him to build the biggest sauna in the world, or 133 Porsche 911s. And heck, I haven't even had my Alpha Brain for today. So let me go on in here, take my double dab. Woo! By the way, I'm trying to get to 1 million subscribers and help as many businesses as possible. Kylie Jenner has a wild 395 million Instagram followers, and her company, Kylie Cosmetics, is worth an insane $1.2 billion.
But when I went in store to shop Kylie's products, it was almost impossible to track them down.
We don't have Kylie all the time. If we did, we would probably be on level 3. If we do, they're on the first floor. It's going that way, on your right side.
We're sent on a wild goose chase through multiple stores until finally Macy's delivers the goods.
Precision Out Lip Liner. So this is It's confusing, huh? Both of these are sold out, are they? As soon as you've got the places that are grabbers, they're the only ones that are sold out. And what do I got here? Hollyberry? Yeah, Hollyberry's fire. Let's find someone to help us. What can you tell us about Kylie Cosmetics? Why are they so popular?
Kardashian.
Who are they?
You know who the Kardashians are?
No, I'm from Australia.
Oh, they're eating snarling over there.
What are they big for? What are they known for?
They make cosmetics.
They make what?
They make their cosmetics. Yeah, everybody wants to look like them.
I got it. They're beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not into them, but everybody's different.
Yeah. Success.
So Kylie Cosmetics does $385 million per year in revenue, which is absolutely wild. They are generating 418,575 website visitors. Their e-commerce is Shopify. No surprises there. They're running split tests on Optimizely. Good work. There's no bestsellers tab, which is always an absolute must. If you run an e-commerce site, please, for the love of money, just add a bestseller page. That's where everyone's gonna go straight out of the gate. As you can see here from what their traffic sources are via channel, email represents a teeny tiny 0.07% of traffic. This is how we're gonna source this up. We're gonna be adding a skin quiz to a top of funnel asset. These things convert at 40%. And if we look at how much traffic that she's getting, we would be literally printing millions of email addresses per year from just asking people to fill out a skin quiz. Here is an example of a skin quiz type, right? You come to this page, boom, take the quiz. We start off with a first name and then it goes on to email address in order to get the result. Typically, for a direct-to-consumer business, email drives 20 to 30% of revenue. Based on what I can see, they would be lucky to be driving 5% of their sales from email. They just don't do enough and it's not a real driver for the business. What we're gonna be doing is juicing this puppy up to the gills by an extra 30%, giving them a 25% uplift in total revenue to the brand driven by email. That will add an additional $95 million to her bottom line. And Kylie could use that to buy another private plane, maybe another home in the Hidden Hills, or 466 Maybachs. Up next, let's see if we can make this YouTube brat a billionaire.
All right, so I just got done with the protein shake and I'm about to hit the Alpha Brain. Day 2 on this stuff. Let's see if it starts to kick in.
Hate him or love him, if there's one thing about Jake Paul is this guy knows how to get attention. His fight against Tyson on Netflix got 108 million streams and went down as the most streamed sporting event ever in history. And he used this fight as the biggest marketing promotion ever for his brand W by Jake Paul. He had it spraying on himself as if he was doing a walkout, the whole lead up to the fight. Every press conference that there was, that product was placed front and center. This guy knows how to market. But I wasn't sold from all the hype, so I'm heading to the nearest Walmart to see if Jake's product is actually any good.
Where's the men's deodorant section? G12.
This guy's the biggest Jake Paul fan.
Yeah, there's. I've traveled all the way from Australia to get this. Here he is. Look at this guy. It's already on sale. Vitamin infused magnesium and biotin. It smells like fly spray. If you put that on your armpits, it would burn them like putting sriracha sauce on them. Oh, that's even the worst.
I'm so confused.
Yeah, that's like laundry detergent. I can't believe I'm gonna give this guy $6.
Now, here's where it really gets interesting. Let's look at the amount of searches for Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Look at this spike in traffic, which is insane. On that exact same day is a huge spike in Jake Paul deodorant. So this guy, he funnels all of the attention that he gets from these big marketing promotions that he runs to this product, which is absolutely brilliant. So apparently this stuff works, but I can tell you after smelling it, this thing ain't gonna sell like crazy. It smells like bug spray or toothpaste.
What do you think this smells like?
Yeah, like mosquito spray.
Kind of like talcum powder, a little bit.
It's like cheap men's like cologne, but it's nice.
You like cheap men's cologne?
It smells like Brute.
Would you ever use that?
No.
Homeboy's got to smell it before he launches this stuff. You want to get some head of some fragrance house to make sure that the product smells absolutely amazing. So not only is it good for you, but people actually genuinely love the smell.
Shit is Nasty. All right, we come to the website. Nice, bold packaging. It's very, very different. The colors are gonna pop out in the news feed. I think he's done a great job on that. It says that they're using Klaviyo for their reviews, but one of the things that I found very odd is it looks like that they have actually hidden the reviews from their website, which got me a little bit suspicious. Is that because the product smells terrible and it's got bad reviews and they've chosen to remove them? I don't know, but it's something that smells a little bit fishy here. Pardon the pun. Let's look at the 900-pound gorilla in the space, Native Deodorant. What you can see is these guys really know what they're doing when it comes to e-com. Naturally, they're a D2C brand, right? Where Jake Paul, he's gone down the route of getting into physical brick and mortar retail. It's a big divide in moving people from an online world to an offline world. And it also doesn't allow you to own the customer, right? You're sending all of these people into Walmart, into the minefield that is retail. It's all about building a reoccurring subscription business. That's where the money is made in these things, guys. This is reluctantly how I'm gonna make Jake Paul $1 billion. There is 1.7 million searches for Jake Paul per month. We're gonna say that for you, Jakey, we're gonna be running a branded Google Ads campaign, which is so shocking that you're not already doing this and that nobody is bidding on your brand name. And for that, because there's completely nobody doing it, we are gonna get a filthy 20% CTR on our ads. That's gonna bring in 350,000 visits directly to our store per month with a 5% conversion rate. You might be saying,
hey, you're being very liberal with that conversion rate there, Internet Daddy.
No, I'm not. It's a branded campaign. There's gonna be a lot higher affinity on that traffic. People are specifically looking for Jake Paul. From that, we're gonna get 17,500 orders at an average order value of $27 per pop. That's gonna get us $475,000 in revenue. However, that is reoccurring revenue. That is gonna be $5.6 million per year.
Yo, Sabri, you just said you're gonna make this guy $1 billion.
Well, here is where it gets spicy. What we can see is that for Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson, that got 1.2 million searches per month leading up to that fight. And there are multiple different variations of that. Collectively, there is at least 2 million searches per month up to that event. And one thing that we do know about Jake Paul is that he runs multiple of these events per year. We are going to be taking all of that search traffic from these 2-3 big promos per year, funneling those fine folks directly to our e-commerce business and driving an additional $5 million per event in reoccurring subscription. Then they're gonna be launching multiple products by fostering this community and really building out that product catalog to be able to sell more people to this audience. When we do that, we can easily see this brand get up to $150 million in revenue. Why do I say that? Well, you've got people like Native Deodorant, right? They don't have no way near the star power that Jake Paul has, and these guys sold to Unilever for $100 million. The EBITDA that businesses in this category trade at is 5 to 8. So all of a sudden, we're out here Billy hunting. With that, Jake Paul could fully send it and he could go out there and buy his own private island. Heck, he could buy his own private cruise liner.
That is an insane result for Jakey boy. Let's see if we can do the same for Khloe Kardashian.
Day 3 on this stuff, and I don't know if it's a placebo or what's going on, but I'm starting to feel pretty fucking locked in. So let me take some more of this and see how we go. Good American Jeans, which was founded by Khloe Kardashian and operational powerhouse Emma Grede, who is also the co-founder in Skims. And basically what they've gone and done is made the Skims for jeans. And these guys did over $1 million in sales in their first day. They are the fastest growing apparel brand to ever hit $300 million in revenue. And recent reports say that they are doing $500 million a year in revenue.
Mid-rise, straight fit, made with reinforced belt loops, flat tummy tech, and a gap-proof waistband. So it's got special tech in it. It's got a unique mechanism that sources in here. We knew it.
So these guys are getting 686,000 website visits per month. Their biggest traffic channel by far is direct, which accounts for 55% of all their traffic. And that is true of all the Kardashian brands. They have a monstrous audience and they leverage that to send them directly through to their website. No surprise here. So their website is super bare bones, and this thing needs some major conversion rate optimization love. There's no USP callouts anywhere on their product page. And the biggest disconnect that I can see here is from when I went in store and actually saw their unique mechanism that they pasted everywhere all over the product is not really present on their product page. I do like it that they've got the best sellers right up in the tab, so that's nice. One thing that surprised me was just how short this product page is, right? We're trying to sell something that is $295. There are a lot of cheaper alternatives that exist out there on the marketplace. We're gonna need to really push home our advantage. I don't know why there isn't way more UGC videos on here. Looking at TikTok, women are going crazy over this stuff. I think there is a huge opportunity to do a whole us versus them and then showcase how the good American jeans are so much different to that. Because heck, those other jeans are a lot cheaper than $295, so we need to work for the sale. Now, these guys say that their direct-to-consumer sales represent 50 to 90% of their business, which is monstrous. And we're gonna be conservative. We're not gonna go all the way up to 90%. We're gonna say that 50% of all their revenue comes direct-to-consumer. That would be $250 million. Given the price point of these jeans, we're gonna apply some basic internet marketing math and say that they've got about a 0.06 conversion rate. These things aren't cheap. So after applying CrowDaddy's optimizations, we are going to give them a 30% bump in conversion rate and take them from 0.06 to 0.09. And this will make Chloe a chilly and cool crisp $75 million per year. With that, she could go full YOLO and buy 500 G-Wagons or enough dermal filler to sink a cruise ship.
So I've been taking Alpha Brain for over 7 days now. And in the beginning, I definitely felt like I could feel something. I felt a little bit more locked in. But then the next day I actually dropped. Looking at my Oura Ring stats, there's nothing conclusive. It doesn't really look like it's improved my readiness or moved the needle in any way. By and large, I have not experienced all the benefits that it is that they claim. The ultra clarity, the focus, any removal of brain fog or anything like that, it hasn't made a huge difference. So overall, that is my verdict. It doesn't really move the needle, this stuff.
Do you like this sauce? Is it spicy? I hope that you apply it to go on and make millions. And when you do not forget to send the internet daddy some royalties. And if you liked this video, then you are gonna absolutely love this one on YouTuber Brands. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. That is absolute nasty.